Look, think about this, guys out there in radio land, all however many, tens of thousands of you, hundreds of thousands, whatever the number is. You got 3 hosts on this show. All 3 of us have had anxiety issues. And I guess sounds like all 3 of us have had actual anxiety attacks. So that is how not unusual this is. If you live long enough, unless you're pretty unusual, you will have times when you become very anxious and you feel overwhelmed. It's a feeling of being overwhelmed, and you can't control, you don't have control over your life. And that's what you have to try to address. And, there's no instant answer to it, but it can be dealt with. And even just some of the things we just heard now, as far as what Clarissa said, and when we were off the air, she was mentioning taking magnesium. That's what we're looking into. So please do follow up on it. Don't think you're alone. Don't isolate yourself. And my goodness, do not be embarrassed about it.
No, heck no. Nothing to be embarrassed about. I know, Clarissa, like always, the criminal code always brings us the greatest headlines from around the internet. And today is no exception. And I know there's a couple really creepy ones. I mean, there's one really creepy one. But where would you like to begin us on our wild headline journey?
Well, it is. It's a Florida story, and I want to go there first because you guys got to help me as far as what is going on in this person's mind. So this was a burglar in Miami. All right, so he's a regular burglar in Miami's Dominion Tower apartment building, and I don't know, when I think of stealing something or burgling something, I usually think of breaking into somebody's apartment or something like that.
Yeah.
People that steal cars. This guy gets off of it. There's video of this because, in an apartment building now, they have surveillance cameras
all
everywhere.
over the place.
Public areas, right? Yeah. The hallways, the elevators. So this guy gets off of the elevator on one of the floors in the building and proceeds to take a vending machine.
What?
And move it onto the elevator. And he took it to the 8th floor with him. That thing takes up almost the whole elevator, just to give you guys an idea of how big this thing was.
Let me get this right. This burglar goes into an apartment complex, and he doesn't go into an apartment or steal anything of any real value. He decides, hey, a vending machine's exactly what I need. And
was it full?
I don't know. I'm so confused. If you're gonna rip off a vending machine, I'm thinking, does he want the money that he thinks is in it?
All in quarters?
Do you move the whole machine? Is that what you do?
I don't know.
He did it.
I've never known anybody to steal a vending machine. I wouldn't know. I've heard of people stealing ATM machines.
Right.
I've heard of that. In fact, I saw on Breaking
Bad. Which are notably smaller. That's notably smaller, though, than this vending machine was.
It is.
There is a corollary. I have a corollary, and it's timely. Just in the last couple days. In fact, I think it was yesterday. So how coincidental is that? A sports person, I think they were just out walking or something through the woods, deep woods of Maine. This was not southern Maine where there's actually people. This is the deep woods. Northern
Maine.
Yes, or at least central Maine. And this guy's in the middle of nowhere, comes upon a field, a meadow amidst the woods, and sitting right there on the edge of the meadow is an ATM. I am not.
You mean a stolen one or a functioning one?
A apparently discarded
one. Okay. I didn't know if it was a bank that thought, where we need an ATM? In the woods.
Way deep in the woods. The world's least used ATM. The local constabulary thought it had probably simply been disposed there. And their call was, look, we're not going to charge you with anything. Just come and pick up your damn ATM. Right. You can't dispose of it in a meadow in the middle of the woods. It's startling, if nothing else.
That is awfully strange. I've never heard of an ATM just hang out in the woods.
It's absurd.
Unreal. Yeah, I was just so startled by the fact that he was really taking the time and the effort to move this really gargantuan machine.
Yeah.
Onto an elevator, so police eventually showed up, right? And they found that the money slot was sort of damaged, but I guess he didn't get into it because no money was taken, and it was otherwise intact. So like he muscles it onto the elevator and then doesn't get anything out of it. Like maybe it was just strange vandalism. Who knows? Maybe he didn't even mean to take anything. He was like, "Ha, move it back now." I don't know.
It's an impulse. I can't control my hands or my arms.
Yeah, that really is strange.
Yeah, I wanted to share that because it was really, really odd. Yeah, and they say that he's actually a slim man in his 50s or 60s, and I'm like, go you, moving a vending machine.
Maneuver that thing.
I know.
Okay, it just
He was me. He was me. A slim man.
Do you do that? Do you?
No, I'm a slim man in my 50s or 60s.
But you don't move vending machines onto elevators.
Rarely. Very
rarely.
I move DJing equipment and am talked to by ghosts on elevators. But
that is true. You were, by the way.
But not this tale.
Very, very, very weird. So that was a story. So I'm like, that guy is very interesting. And I ran into also, this is kind of a weird story because this person is sort of that, and people need to explain this to me, like Instagram famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I'm not even on Instagram, but I have heard people talking about getting points or something to get famous on Instagram, which is completely beyond me. So, Eric, do you know anything about it?
Sure. It's just another outlet. It's no different from being, famous on Facebook or Twitter or formerly Vine, which of course is now gone, or anything else going back to MySpace. It just means your celebrity comes via that outlet, not from somewhere else.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So like I am on Instagram, but I have like no followers.
Not a
Dr.
one.
Clarissa. Yeah. In case anyone's interested, but yeah, no, like I don't know how people get famous, but there's a girl apparently named Katie Meta. She's 26 and she's kind of Instagram famous. And on Instagram, she goes by the name Max McIntyre.
Okay.
And she's a bit of like, an Instagram model, very, very pretty girl. Instagram model. She was in like the Maxim competition and stuff like that. And apparently she's also like a photographer.
Oh, she's not from Texas, is she by chance?
She is.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
she is cute. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah,
she's not.
Mugshot's cute.
I was gonna say she's earned everything she's got. Via her looks.
Good looking girl.
Yeah,
good looking girl. And so she, bride and groom, I guess, in Texas, hired her to photograph their wedding. They liked her photography and they wanted her to photograph the wedding. So she shows up as the wedding photographer. Okay. And apparently a bit later in the evening, the cops were called. An off-duty sheriff's deputy was serving as the security for the wedding. And she apparently was found having sexual intercourse with a man at the wedding.
Oh, bad form.
While really, really, really drunk.
Bad form.
Yes, and they asked her to leave, but instead of leaving, she started screaming at them and then went to a nearby tree to urinate.
So she's getting it on with whoever at the wedding.
Yes.
And they say, hey, you can't do that here, Maxim, or whatever your name is, Moonlight, or whatever your name is. Get the hell out of here. So she gets mad, goes outside and takes a leak on a tree. Yeah. I'll show you exactly how it's done. What?
I'll tell you what. This will only improve her Instagram status, I assure you.
Well, probably, except for the fact that not only was she arrested, right, for this behavior, one of the reasons she was arrested is because when they, asked her to leave and she goes out there and does that, she actually started yelling really horrible threats.
Oh.
She yelled at them, "Y'all daughters are dead. Your families will be dead by Christmas."
Oh, so she had to throw the terroristic threats in there on top of acting horrible.
Yeah,
what a wonderful person she is. What a professional.
Yeah, right?
It's like maybe just the getting drunk and having sex at a wedding might boost the popularity, but the terroristic threats, man, like, whoa,
not really.
drunk.
I draw the line at death threats.
I draw that. Yeah, I draw the line at death threats at a wedding, too, from the wedding photographer.
Yeah. I kind of...
It's this at a wedding, say, versus a bar mitzvah.
Better than
a bris.
I don't. Yeah, I just. Oh my God! Just unbelievable behavior by her.
Is she 26? She said
26.
Old enough to know
better. Old enough to know better. She's past the golden age of 25, like we've discussed. When you're fully mature.
Oh yeah. There's no youth factors involved.
No youth factor involved here. She was just acting badly.
Yes, and I have another story about a Michigan woman acting badly that I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this one either.
Okay.
It's weird. Her name is Sylvia Hope Verellen. She's 33, so also old enough to know better, right?
Way old enough to know better.
Yeah, she was with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend apparently asked her to leave. I don't know if they had some sort of argument or whatnot, but he asked her to leave, and instead of just leaving, so she wouldn't leave, she took diamond earrings of his mother's, who had passed away. His mother had passed away.
Oh.
She takes these diamond earrings, and at first she puts them in her ears and a ring on her finger that belonged to his mother. And then when he said he was calling the cops to have her picked up, she swallowed them.
Oh, my gosh. So she swallowed the diamond earrings.
Do the potty watch. The potty watch.
Yeah, there's going to be someone in the jail waiting for her to poop.
And I'm like, really? I mean, she's if she's never been an inmate before, I mean, she's gonna fit right in, right? I mean, that's a behavior that you do when you want to keep something really bad. So she's maybe watching too much of Orange is the New Black or something. I don't know, but
maybe she is, and she just really wanted those earrings.
She did, and she actually assaulted police when they got out there too.
Oh, that's bad. That's just adding more insult. She grabbed at one of their handguns. Oh, she's lucky she's not dead.
She's alive. Yeah, she's lucky she's alive.
Yeah, because normally they just start shooting after that happens.
Yep.
Yeah. They get trigger happy after that.
They do, and who can blame them? So it was a very kind of disturbing story.
Well, if she were to get shot, would we really be out anything in society? I mean, just saying.
It makes you wonder.
Yeah,
it does.
What kind of loss would that really be? I mean, she's dumb enough to swallow earrings.
And of someone's deceased mother too.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, not that it makes it any better if it's other diamond earrings, but come on.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to get a perforated bowel. Huh?
No kidding. Actually, and and people that wonder about that, I've worked, for other mental institutions aside from the prison, and that is actually one of the main concerns: is what did they swallow, and it could kill them, and they don't foresee that.
No, they'll kill them.
They do the swallow
right now. Like, that's why there's a lot of people, and just to take a really quick left turn here, that won't get colonoscopies. Because everybody knows a person that's died after ones. I know 4 people that have died after them.
They are not the safest procedure. And now they're saying, too, that they're, wanting to change that up because the procedure is not safe. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, colon cancer is certainly more deadly. So
yeah, well, the 4 people I knew, ask them. That died. And they all died on the toilet, too. Poor people.
Horrible.
I know, but that's why I know about perforated bowels, because that's something you could get. I'm not saying you shouldn't get your colonoscopy. If your doctor absolutely says you need it, you get it. I'm just saying that those people happen to pass away after theirs. So that's all.
That's amazing.
Speaking of colons, so
we got another colon.
I have a colon story.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Yes.
I have a semicolon story.
It's that was such geek humor. I loved it. So there was a woman also in Florida.
Oh, gosh.
Yep. She passed gas in a store.
She farted, is what she did.
Farted in a store. And then pulled a knife on an offended customer.
What? So she goes ahead and breaks wind.